So the question here is, from 2 points A and B on the same side of a building, the angles of elevation of the top of the building are 30° and 60°. Okay, so let's try to understand. So you have a building first. Okay, diagram is not given. That means if this question is given, you will have to draw the diagram. Let's say this is the building. Okay, let me just draw it here in the middle. Let's say this is your building. Okay, let's call this building CD. Okay, and this is your ground level. Okay, this is your ground level. Okay, now from 2 points on the same side of the building, same side means you have this side. Okay, it's right here. You have this side, your side 1, and this side as your side 2. So 2 points on the same side means 2 points on the ground can either be here and here, okay, or they can be here and here. So 2 points on the same side. Okay, so let's take any of the side. Let us take on the side 2. Okay, let's call this A, and let's call this B. Let's take this on side 2. Okay, now what are they saying? That from 2 points A and B, so you have 2 points A and B on the same side. Okay, the angles of elevation of the top of the building are 30° and 60°. So from A and B, the angles of elevation. Now, what does angle of elevation mean? Angle of elevation means the object is at an elevated position. That means here is your object, and the observer is at a lower position. So this is your observer at A and B both, right? This is your observer. Okay. Now from A and B, the angles of elevation of the point C are 30° and 60°. So what you do is, from A, you draw a line of sight till C, and from B also you draw a line of sight till C, right? So these two are your lines of sight. So from A, the object is being observed, and from B, the object is being observed. What are the angles given here? From A, the angle of elevation is given to be 30°. So this angle that is made with the horizontal is 30°. And this angle that is made with the horizontal is 60°. Because from A, the angle of elevation is 30°, and from B, the angle of elevation is 60°. So now you have got a right angle triangle here. Okay, this triangle. In fact, there are two right angle triangles you can see. What are the right angle triangles you can see? Are first triangle BCD you can see, right? And what is the other one? Triangle ADC. These two right angle triangles you can see, right? Now, with the help of these two right angle triangles, we are going to answer the question. Let's see what is the question is. If the height of the building is 10 meters, that means this is a building CD, so this height is 10 meters. The height of the building is 10 meters. Find the distance between A and B correct to 2 decimal places. That means you will have to find out this distance. Okay. So how to find out this distance? See, if you consider the right angle triangle BCD, that is the smaller right angle triangle, okay, then with the help of tan, we can find out BD, right? Because tan 60 is equal to CD by BD. So in triangle BCD, tan 60 is equal to CD by BD, right? And what is the value of tan 60? √3. CD value is given to you 10. You can find out BD. So you're getting here √3 BD is equal to 10. That means you're getting BD is equal to 10 by √3. Now denominator is irrational here. So let's rationalize the denominator. BD is equal to, now multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3. Root 3 by root 3 into root 3. So you get 10 root 3 by 3. This much meters. This is the length of BD. So this is 10 root 3 by 3 meters. Right? Now we'll proceed to find out the length AD. That is this length, this entire length. By considering which a right angle triangle? Triangle ADC we are going to consider. Right? In which one is the hypotenuse? AC is the hypotenuse. Right? So let's consider this triangle. In triangle ADC, in triangle ADC. Now, if you see in triangle ADC, this angle is given to be 30 degrees. That means if you use tan once again, then we will have tan 30 is equal to CD by AD. Right? So you know CD, you know the value of tan 30, you can find out AD. Right? So tan 30 is equal to CD by AD. And the value of tan 30 is 1 by root 3. The value of CD is given to be 10. And AD we can find out. So cross multiply first. AD is equal to 10 root 3. Right? So we have got the value of AD also. Okay, so I've got BD as 10 root 3 by 3, AD as 10 root 3. So what should be this length? This should be, if we subtract the 2, we are going to get this length. So hence AB is equal to AD minus BD. AD minus BD. Right? And what is the value of AD we have found out above? 10 root 3. And the value of BD we have found above as 10 root 3 by 3. Right? Now we are going to simplify this and find the value if they are, because they have said find the value up till 2 places of decimal. Right? So we are going to find out this value up till 2 places of decimal. What we'll do is we'll take 10 root 3 common from the 2. So we are left with 1 minus 1 by 3. Right? So you have a 10 root 3 here and you have a 10 root 3 here. So we take this out. So if I take out 10 root 3 from 10 root 3, I'm left with a 1. And if I take out 10 root 3 from 10 root 3 by 3, I'm only left with a 1/3. Right? So therefore 10 root 3. And now if you take the LCM, you get 3 minus 1 by 3. So you get 10 root 3 into 2/3. Right? So you get 20 root 3 divided by 3. Now you can put the value here. 20 into, you know the value of root 3 as 1.732. You are expected to remember the value of root 3. 1.732 divided by 3. Right? Now how to simplify this, how to find out the value in the numerator? First of all, what you do is you can write 20 as 2 into, and you associate this 10 with 17, 1.732. Divided by 3 is equal to, now 2 into, because you are multiplying this with a 10, one decimal will shift. So you get 2 into 17.32 divided by 3. If you multiply the numerator, you will get 34.64 divided by 3. Okay. Now if you divide this, you get 11.546. But they have asked you only up till 2 decimal places, right? So what you are going to do is, because you see there is a 6 here, which is a number that is greater than 5, you know how to round off, right? Somewhat you know. Okay. Because there is a 6 here and because there is a 4 here, number greater than 5, this digit is greater than 5. Right? That means when this digit is greater than 5, this digit has to be increased by 1. So what you do is write this as 11.55 meters, correct to 2 decimal places. This is what we call as rounding off. When this last digit here, okay, you have worked it out on only till 3 decimal places, but you need only till 2. So you look at the last digit. You see the last digit is greater than 5. So when the last digit is greater than 5, you increase this by 1. But what happens when the last digit is less than 1? You keep it at 11.54. Okay, you don't increase this digit. Okay, suppose you have a number like 11.544. Then how do you round this off to correct 2 decimal places? 11 point, because this digit is less than 5, so you keep this 4 as it is. So you simply write this as 11.5. Correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so that is finishes your this first problem from type 1. Now we'll see the next problem from type 1. The same type of problem, the diagram will be the same, the approach will also be the same, but the question will be slightly different here. Okay, let's see how the different the question is from the first one. If you see the question here, it states, from the top of a hill, the angles of depression of 2 consecutive kilometer stones due east are found to be 30 degree and 45 degrees. So let's see what it means. From the top of a hill, they are saying, let's say this is the top of a hill. Okay, and the angle of elevation is given. Okay, the angle of depression is given. This is the top of the hill. Okay, and you have 2 stones here. Okay, kilometer stone, you've heard about milestones, right? When you're driving through a car, you see certain you know destinations that are engraved. These are called milestones. So kilometer stones, they are these milestones are separated by a distance of 1 mile. So that means these kilometer stones will be separated by a distance of 1 kilometer. Okay, so let's say from the top of the hill we call this point A. Okay, and you have 2 kilometer stone. Let's say you have a kilometer stone at C and you have a kilometer stone at D. That means what is the distance between the two that is given? 1 kilometer. Okay, the angle of depression of these 2 kilometer stones are given to be 30 degree and 45 degree. So from here, this is your line of vision. Okay, because the observer is at the top. Angle of depression is given. That means observer is standing at the top of the hill, right? Now from A also he is looking down at D. And which one is the horizontal? This line is your horizontal, right? So from the top of the hill, he is looking down at C. And what is the angle of depression that he is um, looking at? The angle of depression that he is looking at here is 30 degree, right? Now I haven't drawn this in my diagram here, but actually this should be in this manner. This angle should be 30 degree. Just I have drawn here. Okay, and this angle is 30 degree, and you have another angle. And now the observer is looking at D, and the angle of depression is 45. So this angle here is 45 degree, right? And now we draw the ground level. This is your ground level, right? If this is your ground level, that means this 30 degree angle here, this must also be 30 degree because they are alternate angles, and this must also be 45 degree because they are alternate angles, right? And this is the height of the hill, right? The vertical height, right? So therefore, if we call this point as B, now we have completed our right angle triangle. Okay. Now with the help of this, what is the question here? Find the height of the hill. That means AB. You need to find out this height here, AB. If you see, the difference between the previous question and this question is that the angle of depression is given. And what is the next difference? Instead of angle of in the first question, the angle of elevation was given. Here the angle of depression is given. And what is the next difference? The next difference here is that here in the last question you had to find out this distance, right? And this was given. But here it is just the vice versa. You have to find out the height and where the distance between these 2 points is given. Okay. So these two are the difference. Now here we have to find out the height. Okay. Now whenever you get this kind of a question where you have to find out the height, it is always easier to take the height. Let the height of the hill be capital H and the distance of the point D from the bottom of the hill BD, but from the bottom of the hill, that is B, let's say X, right? So that means this height I have taken as height of the hill, I have taken as H, and this distance I have taken as X, right? So therefore, AB is equal to H and BD is equal to X. Now you can see two right angle triangles in this figure. Which ones are the right angle triangles? Triangle ADB, right? The inner right angle triangle, and triangle ACB, the outer right angle triangle, right? A triangle ADB has AD as the hypotenuse and triangle ACB as AC has the hypotenuse, right? But we are not concerned with the hypotenuse here. We are going to use tan here, right? Mostly tan is used in heights and distances. Okay, so first of all, consider triangle ADB. In triangle ADB, we use tan 45 degree is equal to AB by BD. Okay. Tan 45, the value of tan 45 is 1. AB is equal to H, we have taken, and BD is equal to X, we have taken. That means we are getting H is equal to X, right? Or you can also write this as H minus X is equal to 0. Call this equation number 1, right? Now we are going to use the right angle triangle ABC, that is with AC as the hypotenuse. That is also a right angle triangle. A 30-degree angle we are going to use. So in triangle ABC, tan 30 is equal to AB by BC. AB by BC, right? And what is the value of tan 30? 1 by root 3. What is the value of AB here? AB here is H, right? And BC. What is the value of BC? What is the distance BC here? BC, if you see, this entire length is BC. So this length is X, right? And this length is 1 kilometer. So the entire length BC is X plus 1, right? So we are getting the second equation here also. So cross multiply, you get X plus 1 is equal to H root 3. That means you get H root 3, or let's take all this on the right hand side, make the left hand side 0. You get H root 3 minus X minus 1. So the second equation that you're getting here is H root 3 minus X minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is your second equation. So this is a two simultaneous equations in H and X. So you can find out the value of H here from these two. How do you find out? Because you don't have to find out the value of X, right? You only have to find out the height of the hill. So therefore you only have to find out the value of H, right? So how do you solve these two equations? So from 1 you get X is equal to H, right? So put this value in 2. Putting this value in 2. we get h root 3 because we want to keep h, right? Minus, and x is equal to h. So instead of x, we write h minus 1 is equal to 0. So that means you get from the from these two, you can get, keep h on the left hand side, h root 3 minus h is equal to 1. That means now you can take h common to get root 3 minus 1 is equal to 1. That means the value of h, now you divide both sides by root 3 minus 1 to get by root 3 minus 1. Now you because they have asked you, I think have they asked you in kilometer in, okay, if they ask you in decimal, they have not asked, but let's change this, convert this to decimal. You rationalize the denominator of this. Okay, how do you rationalize? You multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3 plus 1. Right, so you get root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 square minus 1 square. So you get root 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1. You're getting root 3 plus 1 by 2. So you get 1.732 plus 1 by 2. So you get here 2.732 divided by 2. Now if you divide, you are going to get 1.366 kilometers, because the unit here was kilometers from the beginning. Kilometer stones, unit was kilometers. So this is in kilometers. You can convert this to meters. 1.366 into 1000 meters, which is 1366 meters. Okay, so that is how you work out this. Now in this question, it was not given find out in this question, see, they have simply asked you to find out the height of the hill. They have not asked you correct to 2 or 3 decimal places. If they ask you correct to 2 decimal places in this question, then you have to work out this entire till this. That means if you are working out this till 2 decimal places, this will be equal to 1.37 kilometers, right? Correct to 2 decimal places. Right? But if since this is not mentioned here, they have not mentioned, suppose if this is not mentioned, that means you can leave your answer here also. Here. You can leave your answer here. Okay, if it is not mentioned. Otherwise, there will be deduction in marks if you don't if it is mentioned correct to 2 decimal places, then you don't work it out till the required number of decimal places. Okay, so I'll stop here.